Howdy there, folks. Welcome to something new and a little bit different and exciting. I'm just gonna own it. Fuck Wizards of the Coast. They're a bunch of dumb bastards, and we decided to jump ship and give Pathfinder a shot. So how about we go around the table real quick and introduce ourselves? So, Lady Bob, would you like to start?
Hello, I'm Lady Bob. I am trying to figure out my character currently. I'm
That's
not quite
okay.
sure the full.
So is everybody. And our other compatriot, BPS, why don't you introduce yourself real quick?
Hi, my name is Cody, also known as the Boy in Pink Shoes, also known as BPS. And I am very excited to jump in to character creation once again.
Mm-hmm. And
Senior
yeah,
Bob.
welcome to it. Is he back? He might not be back.
He is indeed back.
He is
Oh,
back.
normally you're louder.
Have my mic turned off. Come on. How
Hey,
we
you,
doing?
introduce yourself, Mr. Streamer Man.
I'm Bob. I am old. I play games. Today we're playing this particular game, and we'll be playing it a lot.
Or at least we're going to be trying to. So I was thinking that we just kind of go around in order. So, Lady Bob, are you okay going by your first name or?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So, Annie. We're starting you off. You decided that you wanted to play a halfling, the roguiest rogue who ever rogued. If you open up your character sheet, you may have noticed that all of your stats are 10. This is intentional, because in Pathfinder, things are designed to give players a little bit more control over what exactly their characters are good at. And the way that they do this is a system called Ability Boost. As we go through character creation, basically everything is going to give you an ability boost. You get one from your ancestry. You may or may you get several from your ancestry. You get one from your class. You get several from your background, and then at the end you get 4 more that you can just put wherever the hell you want to put. All of your stats cap out at 18 during character creation. Because you said that you wanted to play a halfling, you get 3 ability boosts and 1 ability flaw. So let's start with that flaw. Your strength doesn't actually start at 10, it starts at 8. Because halflings are small and can't lift very much. That is compensated for by your dexterity starting at 12, along with your wisdom. Every ability boost gives you +2, every ability flaw gives you -2. A maximum of 1 ability flaw can be applied to any of your abilities. And they're also a lot harder to get than boosts.
Should
So
I
in
pull up
addition
her
to all of-
character sheet?
You guys can,
Just so people
for
can see
sure,
it.
like, so you can see it. I don't know how you live your best life, Bob. I'm not in charge of your stream.
Well, we are recording the video, dick.
Yeah.
So,
I'm not in charge of that either.
Alright, so you can pull up my character sheet.
yeah, so people can see what we're doing
It
here.
should automatically update when she updates in hers.
Okay, I have it up.
And in addition to these bonuses and flaws that are dictated to us, you also get another boost that you can just put wherever you want. So what do you want Jinx to be good at, Annie?
Need to be a good thief, a really good thief. So need to up charisma.
Okay.
And
Again, you're going to have a lot of these. Don't feel bad about putting them into stuff that you want to put them into early.
intelligence and dexterity are the main ones that I'm concerned with.
As a rogue, your primary ability is going to be in dexterity. And you have a bunch of class skills that are based on charisma. So we'll get to some of that. What did Jinx do before they decided to become a master thief?
They were just basically a hooligan. They have just lived their little dopamine life where they have just gotten into trouble one thing after
Alright.
another after another. They don't have a plan. They are
Okay.
just vibing and doing their thing.
So Annie, I'm going to ask you to go to Archives of Nethys real quick. Can you open that in an extra tab?
Okay.
2e.aonprd.com.
Okay.
On the left side, I want you to click Character Creation, then Backgrounds.
Okay.
Then I want you to scroll down and realize that there are 200 some of these.
Oh, yeah.
And I am going to give you analysis paralysis by suggesting you to pick one. I would suggest something along the based on some of the directions that you're taking the character. I'm going to suggest charlatan, criminal, street urchin, or gambler. Every background is going to give 2 ability boosts. One of them is going to be in one of 2 potential options. I'm going to use the example of charlatan. You get 2 ability boosts. One has to be in intelligence or charisma, and then the other one is in whichever of the 6 you like. You also get training in a particular. You also get training in 1 or 2 skills, and you also get a skill feat. We're going to get to those a little bit later, but for now, just make a note of what it is. I'm sorry for throwing that at you.
Yeah. I don't want to do charlatan.
Annie, are you okay with us handling racial adjustments for somebody else while you struggle with this?
Yeah, let me
All
have my
right.
paralysis and I will pass it to the next person.
All right. Hey, Bob.
Aye, Captain.
We're going to start with ancestry, and I'm looking at your character sheet now. First of all, anything from like character name down through like class background, anything that you know or have made a decision on already, go ahead and commit to.
Human. You want to be a human.
Okay.
No deities.
There is humans have a number of potential heritages, but I think that you want to play a pureblood human. So that's going to give us 2 options. You can either pick skilled or versatile.
Okay. Difference
So
being?
it's basic. I'm sorry?
Difference being?
A skilled human gets trained in a skill of their choice, and at 5th level they get expert in it. A versatile human gets a general feat of their choice
Ooh.
at any point during character creation.
Okay. Any feats?
Mhm. Also, for ability boosts, you get 2 free ones. So, what do you want to be good at?
Well, I'm going to be a barbarian.
All right.
So strong, I guess, would be... Or strong and dexterity, would that be... Actually, no, probably strong and con. Because con is my base hit points, correct?
Yes, Constitution is going to affect hit points. And let me just
Yeah, I want to be tanky tank. Since I'm a
grab
bard.
class real quick. Barbarian starting hit points is a metric fuck ton.
I'll take him.
Yeah, so you start off with 21 hit points.
I like it. It's got a funky beat and I can dance to it.
You start off trained to the expert level in fortitude, trained in reflex, and expert in will saves, which is a little surprising. You get trained in athletics, definitely not arcana. Going to scroll down a little bit more. You are trained in simple weapons, you are trained in martial weapons, you are trained in just hauling off and punching a motherfucker. What's your perception? You are expert in perception. And have you made a decision regarding your heritage yet?
I'm looking at feats right now. Oh. I think I'm gonna go versatile.
All right. All right. And once again, I'm going to ask, what did Chef do before Chef decided that getting really mad and hitting people with various large implements was a good idea?
Chef grew up a poor child, working in his family's stall at the market.
Okay.
Where, when he was a young lad, putting out the vegetables, a large burly man came around and spent a lot of money buying the vegetables and insulting people.
Okay.
And the large burly man made Chef
Mhm.
take the vegetables back to the castle where the large man worked.
All right.
Chef walked into the kitchen and was in awe.
Okay.
He asked to be the apprentice of the large man, who was not a nice
All
man. And he took Chef on as the apprentice, belittling and beating him while teaching him
All right.
how to be one of the greatest cooks in the world.
All right.
While the belittling and abuse was happening, a ball of rage grew in his belly. That he always he kept it under control. Until one day the kitchen was his. And as a master chef, he started lashing out when people would...
That's not kind of him.
When people would annoy him or speak ill of his wares. And the straw that broke the camel's back was the lord of the castle calling Chef fat. Fat ass.
I feel like this is just Gordon Ramsay.
Stupid
I
fat
was about
ass.
to say.
So, Chef got in a few good shots before the guards beat him unconscious and threw him out of the castle.
All right.
But it is the rage.
I got some real good news for you.
Yes,
There's a background that's just cook.
fair enough.
All right. So you get trained in survival. You get trained in lore cooking. And you have several ability bonuses. One must be to either Constitution or Intelligence.
I will go with con. Because
Okay.
I want more hit points.
You are now up to 22 maxed hit points, and you gain the Seasoned Feat. The Seasoned Feat has is several things. First of all, there are lots of different kinds of feat in Pathfinder.
Does that mean he's salty?
No, it means that he's good at cooking.
Oh, I was looking for the rim shot. Come on, BPS, where are you at with the rim shot after the bad joke?
No.
Don't
pull me into
So, a general feat is something that's just kind of generically going to be useful in a variety of situations. Or rather, let's take a step back and begin at the beginning. Every feat has a level. Most things in Pathfinder have a level. You must be at or above that level to take that option.
Okay.
So, for example, if there is a feat that has a level 11 requirement, you can't take it until you're level 11. By contrast, if you are level 11 and there is a feat with a level 1 requirement, you can take that feat.
Makes sense.
Within feats, there are several other categories. There are general feats, which you gain when you reach 3rd level and every 4 levels thereafter. There are also skill feats, which expand on what your skills can do. These skills are going to have the skill trait. I'm going to use Seasoned as an example. It is a general feat, but it is also a skill feat. What this feat does is it gives you a +1 bonus to all craft, food, and drink checks, which does include brewing potions. If you are trained to the master degree in one of the prerequisite skills, the bonus increases to +2. Anybody can take a general feat, while a general feat with the skill trait improves what your skills are capable of doing and gives you new things that you can do for a particular skill. So I'm going to make a note. I'm going to pop on over here, and I'm going to fill out the Seasoned feat for you, Bob.
Am I reading that right? Can I make booze?
Yeah.
Fuck
You
yeah.
sure can.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that. With the appropriate crafting skill. And so now that we've gone through your background, we're left with your class. As a barbarian, you get an ability boost to strength at level 1. You get a bunch of stuff that I've mostly already done. And you get the rage action, which you've gone through already, but let's go through it really quick. So rage is an action. You have 3 actions per turn. Rage takes 1 of them. So you can rage and move and attack all in 1 turn. Rage is an action that has a couple of different traits. Those traits are Barbarian, Concentrate, Emotion, and Mental. It also has the prerequisite of you are not fatigued or raging. You tap into your inner fury, you begin raging, you gain a number of temporary hit points equal to your level plus your constitution modifier. Raging lasts for 1 minute, or until there are no enemies that you can perceive, or until you fall unconscious, whichever happens first. You cannot voluntarily stop raging, which is different from what we are used to. While you are raging, you deal 2 additional damage on melee strikes, so long as you are not using an agile weapon. An agile weapon is a weapon that uses your dexterity modifier instead of your strength modifier. You're a barbarian, you're going to be using a honkin' big something. I'm not sure what it is, but it's a honkin' big something. You have a -1 penalty to armor class, and you cannot use actions with the Concentrate trait unless they also have the Rage trait. You can seek, so you can look for somebody or something while you are raging. After you stop raging, you lose any remaining temporary hit points from rage, and you can't rage again for 1 minute. Do you understand all of that?
No.
That is okay. We are going to get there.
Nah, I got it. We read through it and talked about it earlier. I'm good.
We did go through it earlier, but you also have instincts, which is kind of similar to the D&D 5e barbarian subclasses. You really just pick one, whichever one you think is going to be the most interesting.
Okay. So go to Barbarian and then find Instinct and Archives
So if
of
we're
Nev.
in Archives of Nethys, we're going to go to Barbarian. We're going to start on Barbarian details underneath like animal companions and so forth. All the way on the other side is Instincts. And this is the various kinds of instincts. And you pick one.
Okay. So I am just under regular Barbarian at the moment. There's feats. Let's go home.
You also get Barbarian feats and other such fun things. Bob, I'm actually going to pull you out of this real quick.
Okay.
And I'm a little buff, and I would like to apologize for that a little bit. But following all of that at the very end of character creation, you get another round of ability bonuses. You get 4 more boosts that you can
Okay.
apply anywhere, up to a maximum of 18.
Let's go. Strength.
All right, strength up to 16.
Yep. Let's go Con up to 18.
Also up to 16. Up to 18.
Yep.
All right, you get 1 more.
Let's go Dex.
Okay. Most barbarian to ever barbarian. Okay.
That's kind of what I'm going for.
Yeah, and I'm going to ask you to make your instinct choice, and also you get a barbarian feat at level 1.
Okay.
So you can also pick that up.
All right. I'm trying to find barbarian instincts. Let's go back to instincts. Oh, I guess I'm under barbarian. Play with rage.
Yeah. You got there, I think. I hope.
Yes.
Have you decided on your background yet?
Yes. Free spirit.
Fantastic.
Okay.
So I'm trained in the survival skill,
Okay.
and I'm going to use, from what I'm understanding, I just need to pick one. I'm going to go with cover tracks.
So you got trained in survival. So you get a couple of things. So you are trained in the survival skill. You get 2 ability scores. One is to wisdom, or one is to charisma. I'm sorry. So one has to be in wisdom or charisma, and the other one can go wherever you like it.
I'm going to put in charisma.
Okay.
And when it says one is a free attribute, that just means any of the other
Any of the
options.
6. You could put it into charisma again.
I'm going to put it into dexterity.
Okay. Where did Jinx grow up? Or what has Jinx been through? Because you get lore something for a specific settlement or terrain you have traveled through.
That I have not come up with yet. I am not sure.
Okay. All right. I envision Jinx as being relatively well traveled. And I know that we've previously discussed like some of the political situation here on Whithe. How about you just have lore the people who sent you here, the Emerald Empire?
Works for me.
And you gain the Forager feat. It's going to be which is a survival feat. You are so when you are using the survival skill to get enough food to feed yourself, you cannot fail. You will never be able to not find enough food for you. On a success, you can feed up yourself and the rest of the party. And on a critical success, you can feed up to 10 people. Every time your proficiency rank in survival increases, all of those you double. I'm sorry, you double the number of creatures you can take care of on a success. So you can take care of yourself and then 8 people and then 16 and then 32. Or you can choose to feed half that number really well, instead of continuing to provide subsistence. That's how I pronounce that word. That's how you pronounce that word. That's how that word is supposed to be pronounced.
Substance?
Subsistence.
Oh, substance. Yes. You.
Subsistence.
Let's not get derailed here.
Yes.
Words
Whatever
are
you
hard.
said sounds fine.
Words can be hard. I know you guys, and you guys are probably going to wind up wandering around with like a dog or a cat or something. Or a spider, just for Cody. In that event, a collection of smaller animals may count enough for a single person at my discretion. Or if you pack like a rhinoceros, it's going to count as multiple people.
It's fair.
And lastly, you get 4 more ability boosts. Where would you like them? That can go anywhere.
Uh, 4 more.
Yeah.
Take intelligence up to 12. Dexterity up to 16. Charisma up to 16. And wisdom up to 14.
All right. Okay. Lastly, as a rogue, you can either get an ability boost to dexterity, or you can take a different option depending on what kind of rogue you are. It's called a racket.
I'll take the dexterity boost.
All right. That gets you up to 18. Yeah, as a rogue, this is like how you approach your job, what you're known for amongst thieves, scoundrels, and various ne'er-do-wells. So yeah, basically, what kind of a rogue are you?
An unintentional one. Jinx doesn't have a plan. Jinx is
All
not
right.
a mastermind. Jinx
Okay.
is just a little ADHD chaos gremlin that likes
Okay.
to take shiny shit.
All right. How about thief? Thief seems on brand for you.
Okay, that works.
All right. So as a thief, you begin trained in thievery. And when you stab people with finesse melee weapons, you add your dexterity modifier to damage rolls instead of your strength modifier. So,
Thank
have fun with
goodness,
that.
because my strength is
Garbage.
Uh-huh. Love it.
Additionally, as a rogue, you are trained in stealth, which we have already hooked you up with. You are trained in thievery, which we have already hooked you up with, and then you pick 8 more that you are not currently trained in to be trained in, because rogues are the skill monkeys. And I think it's mostly going to be based on dexterity.
I need to pick 8 different ones, or
You
are there
pick
certain ones?
8 more skill.
Okay.
Do you want to think about it?
That's kind of what I'm giving her.
Yeah. Yeah, let me think about it.
All right. So, Cody.
Hi,
Yeah, pretty much like everything from like class and background up. If you want to make any changes, go on ahead.
Sure. So,
What are
I'm
you
gonna
doing?
start out. I went through a little bit of a crisis because I was between a couple of races, but where
I
I'm wanting
recall.
to go, I am gonna stick with Kitsune.
All right.
Heritage. I'm gonna do Dark Field, Kitsune.
Okay.
And then class, or no, sorry, I'll go to background first. Background,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the cultist
All right.
option. And then class, I'm gonna use psychic.
Dear viewers, this is what happens when you do your homework.
And then I'm also gonna use for my subconscious mind wandering reverie as my
All
subconscious.
right.
I have each of the tabs open.
Okay.
Thing, so
So I'm going to. I appreciate that you have made all of these decisions already, because I'm also going to be throwing a lot of the now fill crap in over to you.
yeah.
I'm going to do things like you start off with 8 hit points from being a Kitsune. You start off with 6 from being a Psychic.
Okay.
And you have a speed of 25 feet.
Okay.
You have 2 ability boosts. One of them has to be into Charisma.
Fine with that.
And where would you like the other one to be?
The second one I'm gonna add into intelligence.
All right. I apologize. You mentioned wanting a particular subconscious mind earlier.
Yes. Wandering reverie,
All right.
which is also charisma
Your
based.
capability score is going to be based on Charisma. Excellent. You're going to be trained in. All right.
And
So, following that, we're going to go hop over to Cultist.
Yeah.
Know where the hell you get your bonuses.
I get 1 in intelligence or charisma, so I'm gonna choose charisma.
All right.
And the second one I'm gonna use dexterity, because I have a feeling that in the
13 hit
cultist.
points is not going to be enough.
Well, that I'm the way that I go with character creation is my boosts are significant with each item. So, for example, the cultist, I have a feeling that when they joined the cult, they learned how to like basically be dexterous and stuff like that. Rather, the kitsune, they're clever and wise.
Mm-hmm.
And then I am trained. Sorry, I'm going back here really quick.
No, you're fine.
Oh, you already look at you doing all
I
these.
handled some of them okay.
Trained in a
Then we're going to go
number
back to
of
like
additional
generic
skills.
psychic stuff. All right, you are trained in perception. You are trained in fortitude, trained in reflex, expert in will. You're trained in occultism. You get 3+ your int modifier in additional.
So
But we are
4.
not remotely there yet. You get 4 additional boosts.
Okay. So I'm gonna boost charisma up twice.
All right. You are going to be one smooth talking motherfucker. Okay.
I'm gonna do 1 in con,
Okay.
and I'll do. Actually, scratch that. I'm so sorry. Get rid of con and do 2 decks.
Getting you up to 16.
Perfect.
All right. You get 4 additional skills. You are trained in simple weapons. You are trained in unarmed attacks. You are untrained in all armor. You are, however, good at dodging.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where all of that is. Okay. Not actually certain where spells and so on is. Okay, so I have found spells. You are trained in occult. We're trained in occult DCs. Alright.
I'm watching you enter this stuff so I know where it is on here.
I'm going to level with you. I'm not actually sure how, like, what it's going to do when I plug in spell attacks or, like, what the fuck. But I noticed that down here it includes magic traditions. This is actually a really great opportunity to explain this. You guys remember how in Dungeons and Dragons, like, every single class had a spell list that it could draw from?
Mm-hmm.
Like, bards could cast different spells than paladins or rangers and whatnot. That has been mostly done away with. Welcome to Pathfinder. Things are a little bit different here. There are 4 kinds of spells, and each class is going to have access to one of those 4 kinds of spells. They are Arcane, Primal, Occult, and Divine. As our resident occultist, Cody's Psychic is going to have access to occult spells. But I know that there are a couple of other people who are interested in playing various other kinds of casters, and they'll probably have access to a different spell selection. I haven't gone through it with enough interest to see whether or not there's anything like Cure that is in multiple traditions. But congratulations, you're going to be casting occult spells, and you're going to be pretty good at it. And because you selected Charisma earlier, that's also going to be based off of Charisma.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, so you're actually just going to be kind of really good.
Oh, holy shit, that spell DC.
Yeah. This is also a really great opportunity to talk about other things. I would like everybody to scroll to the top of their character sheet really quick. You see how under proficiency it lists plus level?
Yes.
Pathfinder has massive number inflation. If we get there at 20th level, Bob the Barbarian is going to be swinging plus 28 as a minimum. And then he's going to add his strength bonus on top of that. And whatever bonuses he gets from his weapon on top of that. So he's actually probably going to be swinging at like plus 37 at that point.
Damn.
Yeah. So when I say grab the bestiary and open it to I don't want to look at a dragon, I want to look at a big old demon. And I am looking at a big old demon that is rated for a 20th level party. Its armor class is 46. It has a minimum of plus 32 on all saves versus magic. And that's just to give you guys an idea of some of the things that are going to be happening. I know that we used to joke during like Tyranny of Dragons and so forth that I was a big fan of number inflation in Dungeons and Dragons. This is my happy place now. Welcome to my happy place. Number inflation out the ass is the name of the game. And additionally, I believe that you get a Kitsune feat at level 1 and a Psychic feat at level 1. So
That's the one thing I forgot to check in on, so
that's
my
okay. You're allowed to miss stuff. It's okay.
bad.
Also, what's your character's name?
I'm working on that.
We're workshopping that. Okay.
The one thing I haven't really hashed out quite yet. Everything
We've
else is
gone
still
through everything except the character's name.
Fitting.
I mean, it's very on brand for me. I kind of expect better from Cody. When I was making my first character for a Tones campaign that he was running for his then girlfriend and a couple of other friends, I literally randomly rolled to see my character's name.
Amazing.
Yeah. Because it's the last thing that I paid attention to.
Good.
And yeah, let's go back. Let me hop, skip, and jump on back to Jinx.
Yes.
This. All right, dude.
Tina window.
Uh,
I don't know if I did it right. I changed some things around.
that's
So
you're okay. You're allowed. What? It's okay. I'm going to be going through everything later. Um. Excuse me. I'm just going to. Okay. I know that I was asking you to take a look at skills particularly earlier. So what do you say we circle back around to that and we start engaging with that a little bit more?
have me look at what
Skills.
skills.
Mhm.
Yeah, I added them. I'm not sure if I did them correctly. If you look at my character sheet.
Okay. So let's do deception. So we want that based off of I'm sorry, we want that based off of charisma. And you are going to be trained for deception. Okay. Stealth. Based on dex. Survival. Survival, if I'm remembering right, is based on wisdom. But that is a D&D thing. Survival, yeah, it's based on wisdom. Thievery is based off of the dexterity. Lore is based off of int. So I know that you've been really stressing like this character is a thief, this character is good at doing thievery stuff. What do you say we grab acrobatics to help her get in?
Okay, I'm good with that.
Athletics as well. Let me scroll down a little bit. She's already trained in deception, so that's, I think, 3. So she starts off with stealth because rogue. No, I'm sorry. She starts off with, yeah, stealth. You start off with thievery because rogue. You get lore, Emerald Isles, and I'm sorry, Emerald Empire and survival, courtesy of your background. So we're at 3 out of 8. You're pretty good at like surviving in the wild. I think that you should probably know a little bit more about that as well. So let's grab training in nature, which gives us 4 more. Is Jinx good at talking her way out of problems?
Yes.
Okay, so let's grab diplomacy, as good at talking my way out of problems. Let's also grab society. Society is an intelligence-based thing that's built more around like knowing movers and shakers, or like understanding people and systems about society. And it's useful for like remembering stuff, or scrounging, or frankly begging for food. It's also used for forgery.
Okay.
So we've grabbed acrobatics, we've grabbed athletics, we've grabbed deception, diplomacy, nature, society, and 2 more.
Performance.
Okay. That's based on charisma most of the time. And I was just going to ask, like, does Jinx like recognize magic stuff as anything other than, oh, that's magical bullshit?
That's pretty much where it's at. It's magical bullshit.
It's magical bullshit and it's shiny.
If it's something I can take, I'm interested. If it's something that requires learning, I'm gonna get bored.
Okay. So occultism, which is like weird esoteric crap, is probably also right out. Lore is, I know a lot about something really specific. So lore is what you would take for like art history. while society is more like, do you know where this place is? Can you tell what's good, what's safe, and what's not safe? Does that sound like the sort of thing that you would be particularly interested? That you would be particularly interested in having like really in-depth knowledge on something?
I'd be more society than lore, and it's just knowing how to take advantage of a situation wherever I'm at.
All right. How do you feel about medicine?
Could come in handy.
All right. There you go, Little Miss Medic. So you are a sneaky little git. You are an extremely sneaky git. You are very good at getting into trouble. You are perhaps better at getting out of trouble. And if anybody gets stabbed on the way in or out, you are not great, but you can patch them up in a pinch. And perhaps more importantly, you can then disappear off the face of the planet. To get to the next town, or really just lay low until the heat burns itself out before you grab your next thing.
Until I get bored and decide I want to do something else.
This is also true. You get a halfling feat of level 1. You may not take the halfling luck feat because of some of the choices that you made earlier. And you take a rogue feat of level 1. And then I think, and then it's just a matter of picking gear, and then Jinx is gonna be done. So let me skip over to the equipment section, and let's talk gear.
You said halfling feat and a rogue feat, correct?
1 halfling feat, 1 rogue feat.
Okay.
And as a new character, everybody starts off with 15 gold pieces. Because it's a little bit easier for you guys, I'm starting you off with silver, and you have 150 silver pieces. There is a lot of equipment in this game. And by a lot, I mean nearly 5,000 individual pieces. So let's not go through 150 pieces. I'm sorry. Let's not go through 5,000 pieces. I really need more bookmarks in this dang book. All right. Let's start with weapons. You are trained in simple weapons. You are trained in the rapier, sap, short bow, and short sword. Sorry, you are not actually trained in martial weapons. And you are trained in unarmed attacks. So when you see Jinx getting into a fight, she's probably stabbing somebody because she feels like a stabby person.
Yeah, it's I'm going to poke and run, essentially.
Is it a sword or is it a dagger?
Dagger.
All right, so let's just grab a dagger. Dagger costs 2 silver pieces. The bulk level of L. Oh my god, and then it goes back into having a billion different descriptions for everything. I fucking love Pathfinder. Like information overload. This is good. This feels nice. And then it has a number of traits. It has agile, finesse. May throw it up to 10 feet. Versatile S. I have no clue what the fuck versatile S even means, but I love it. That is not what I'm trying to do. Dagger, you are trained. It is based off of dexterity, I do believe. Or optional dexterity for a finesse weapon. Okay, yeah. You want that shit? You still for that. Traits. Finesse. And then it does 4 1 plus then it does add damage based on strength, which is a bit of an issue, but not a huge one. It's versatile S. It can do either piercing or slashing. I have figured it out. You can throw it. That doesn't actually matter all that much. Okay, agile. Okay. So, agile. Agile relates to the multiple attack penalty. In Pathfinder, you have 3 actions per turn. Attacking takes one of those actions. And you're like, okay, well then what's stopping me from just running up to the dragon and attacking it 3 times? And the answer is this. On your second attack of a turn, you make the attack at -5. On your third attack in a turn, you make the attack at -10. However, because the dagger is agile, your second that penalty is reduced to -4 stacking instead of -5. So instead of attacking at 7-2 -3, you're attacking at 7-3 -1. Does that make any kind of sense?
A little bit.
Fantastic. That's all I'm looking for. And I'm just gonna give you 5 daggers. So you can throw a couple and it'll be fine. And that'll knock you down to 140 silver pieces. Let's talk armor. Is Jinx wearing armor?
I would say no.
Okay. So welcome to being trained in unarmored defense. Great. We're also trained in light armor. So congratulations, your armor class is actually 17. It's a good feeling, isn't it?
That's not bad for this character is actually turning out better than I expected.
Mm-hmm. Again, I suspect that part of that is that you're thinking about her as if she is still a D&D character, where an armor class of 17 at level 1 is really good. Welcome to Pathfinder, and remember, you're swinging at +7. And so are all of the monsters. Does Jinx have a shield?
No. She
Okay,
would have lost it.
that's fair. In that case, you have 140 silver pieces worth of gear that you could just
Oh, sorry.
find. Once again, if it's on Archives of Nethys, I'll allow it. So remember, 1 halfling feat, 1 rogue feat, and all the gear that your heart desires.
Okay, I'm on it.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Chef.
Hi, Captain.
Hi, my name's Chef. Um,
Okay, so for the instinct,
alright.
because he is a chef, elemental, fire.
Okay. I'm into it.
That makes sense. For the feat, my favorite one, Barbarian Intimidation.
Okay. Excuse me while I move a couple of my bookmarks around.
Trying to see what it's called. Raging Intimidation is the book name for it.
Yeah, that's... I think I noticed that. Did we decide on all of your skills yet? No, we didn't. Okay. So, in addition to survival and athletic, you also get 3 more skills.
Intimidation.
Okay. Get the fuck out of my kitchen, yeah. May I humbly suggest crafting,
That works.
particularly relating to food?
And I was thinking medicine is the other one.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that again.
You're fine. All right. And... Barbarian, you mentioned elemental instinct?
Elemental instinct, fire. Does that not make sense? He spent his whole life around fire, basically. He just kind of absorbed it.
Checks out. Let me just double check to make sure that it's thing. Okay, yeah, Rage of the Elements. All right, gotcha.
Oh, I looked.
Gotcha.
I saw that
Yeah,
immediately and was like, yep, that's it.
I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? It's mostly just me going, what the fuck is this shit? Okay, so while you are raging, you are surrounded by so much fire that you cannot be shot at.
Jesus.
I like it.
Um,
And do I also do fire damage with hits? Because that is how I took it from reading it.
You're cloaked in fire. You cannot use this to sneak or hide. You do additional damage from rage.
And it says
Is
damage
increased from
fire.
2 to 4, and you change its damage type to the one you select for your element. So you do fire damage by hitting people with your frying pan or whatever the hell.
Oh no, it's a buster sword. It's a buster sword. It's a great sword that looks like a buster sword / chef's knife.
Gotcha.
And I would like to have 5 throwing chef knives.
You're going to have the same 15 gold as everybody else. If you can swing them, you can swing them.
Oh, I can swing it.
And daggers, chef's knives, whatever the hell. Greatsword and daggers, yeah, go for it. But yeah, you increase the damage from rage from 2 to 4, and that rage damage is now fire damage.
I like it.
Okay. I am
He's
on
sounding
board.
so fiery
And salty. I'm seasoned,
and
remember?
salty. Yeah.
He is, in fact, seasoned. So raging intimidation. I need barb feet. Raging intimidation. There we go. Your demoralize and scare to death actions from intimidation and an intimidation skill feat gain the rage trait, allowing you to use them while raging. Okay. As soon as you meet the skill requirements for intimidating glare and scare to death, you gain these feats. Okay, so you just get intimidating glare for free.
And scared to death, apparently.
Yeah, but that one requires you to get to 15 in legendary and intimidation. So player skill, intimidation. What the fuck is this? You can demoralize with a glare while you
I mean, it makes...
Okay. So you are so good at scaring the pants out of people that you don't even need to talk.
I mean, when I rage and I'm surrounded by a wall of fire.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
yeah, that checks out.
The fuck is this guy?
This guy is definitely not worth the problems that he is in the process of causing me. All right, so demoralizing is an intimidation thing. You choose a creature who is within 30 feet of you, who you are aware of. You roll intimidation against that person's will DC, which I think is just 10 plus their will modifier. If the target does not understand the language you are speaking, you take a -4 per circumstance to check. On a success, the creature becomes frightened 1, and on a crit success, the creature becomes frightened 2. which means that they take a status penalty equal to the value to all of their checks and DCs. And then at the end of each of their turns, the frightened condition goes down. I feel like between you and Jinx, you're just setting yourselves up to nerf one Torch bloke into oblivion, and then have, like, whether it's Cody or it's somebody else, to come up and blow them to pieces in a moment.
Teamwork makes dream work.
However, demoralizing is one action.
I also have a demoralizing thing.
Everybody has it. It's just a thing that you can do using Intimidate.
Well, I have a reaction that automatically, if I scare them, I gain temporary hit points.
Bob, I have a question for you.
Shoot.
Are you ever going to talk during your intimidating things? Or are you just going to glare people to death?
Have you ever worked in the kitchen, DM?
No.
When you really fuck up, there is no talking. Gordon Ramsay is bullshit. When you really fuck up,
Okay.
you get the look.
All right.
And you know you fucked up. You will get raged at later, but you get the look in the middle of service.
All right. So I'm just going to emotion, fear, mental, rage, visual. So I'm just building all of this stuff into intimidating glare. So there you go. That is your skill feat. You also get a human feat. And in addition to that, you get a general feat.
Alright, let me pull up human feats.
DM, did you want to check? Because I added some of my stuff. I want to make sure that I added it correctly.
I would very much like to do that, but I know enough that I am going to check it with Bob. Are you going to be okay looking through stuff and making these choices on your own?
Yeah, I'm Gucci.
Alright, in that case,
Sorry
yes,
about
I'm
that.
absolutely going to hop over to Cody. Alright. Feats and abilities. Okay. You can also demoralize visually. Gotcha.
Yes.
Invigorating fear.
That's what happens when a creature gains the frightened condition.
However, it is a reaction.
Yes, I did add it to.
Alright, you have made a note that it is a reaction. Thank you.
So I think when I click on it, yeah, it'll show it like that too.
Reaction, yeah, and it's popping up as a reaction. Okay. Alright. Is this just a thing that Darkfield's Kitsune can do, or is this your
That is what comes with Darkfield's Kitsune.
Alright. You also get a racial feat.
I believe I picked the Kitsune lore as that.
Kitsune lowers the feat. Okay.
I picked
You get
Deception.
diplomacy and deception.
Oh, and Deception.
Yes, you get both. If you are already trained to proficiency in one of them, you get proficiency in a skill in whatever the hell you want.
I did not get anything from anything else from what I... Oh, wait. Did I get it
So you're
from
also going to be
Psychic? I may
Let
have gotten
me
something from Psychic.
check real quick. Let's see.
No.
Psychic trains you in occultism and up to 3+ your intelligence modifier. So, your lores are from your background and your feat, respectively. Occultism is your class. You get deception and diplomacy, and you get 4 additional skills.
Okay.
Hey, DM, question.
Yes. Answer.
On the feats, is there any sort of restriction? Because there's one I'm interested in, but it's an uncommon.
I
The
apologize. What are you looking for?
halfling feat, adroit manipulation. I wasn't sure if there's any sort of restriction on uncommon versus common versus anything
So if you're
else.
in the Archives of Nethys, where it says adroit manipulation in that bar that's like burgundy,
Yeah.
over at the other side, there's feat and then a number. That number is the level you have to be in order to take the feat.
Yeah, it says feat 1, so I should be able to take it, correct?
It makes
Yes.
note of requiring the Merini ethnicity.
Okay, so
Um,
the access is. Okay, I thought I could because it said I was sorting my halfling. It's got something about traits and halfling on there. So I need to pick something else. Okay.
I'm just checking some shit real quick. Uh, bu- bu- bu-
It doesn't say it's a prerequisite, though.
It just says access.
You're right. That is not a prerequisite. I will fucking allow it.
It just says, I think what that means is you can potentially get it if you have that ethnicity?
I don't know what the fuck it means, but I know that I'll allow it.
Okay. I've got my 2 feats then.
All right. And this is a ancestry feat. Adroit manipulation. Ancestry level 1. Traits. Common halfling. Prereqs none. Action whatever. So because your character is already skilled in thievery, they instead pick up a skill in something else.
So I need to pick myself. To be trained in something else. Can I just put a? Can I up my thievery to 8 instead of 7, or do I need to pick something
Unfortunately
else?
not. You do have to pick another skill. How about intimidation?
Okay.
Like, you're already pretty good at talking to people. How about we get you good at being a 3-foot tall ball of fear and terror?
I just think of those the TikToks where the girls are putting their cell phones up at the height of their boyfriends so that they can see how small they really look, and they're like, oh my god, no wonder he never takes me seriously. I look like I should be asking for uppies. What's going on here? That's exactly what I envision in this particular case, because there is nothing intimidating about this character.
I will. Except, of course, for the fact that they are very conveniently at testicle height. And have a collection of extremely sharp knives.
True. And she is known to, stab and run.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, quick question. Sorry. You said I get 1 human feat and...
You get 2 human feats, actually. I'm sorry, you get 1 human feat for being a human. You get 1 general feat for being a versatile human. And you've already selected your barbarian feat.
Okay.
I started to put in my rogue, which is the nimble dodge, but I wasn't trying to fill it out, so I only put the title in.
That is A-okay. That is all I need to be able to figure out what the hell is going on. In addition, as a halfling, you are good at spotting shit. So when you are looking for hidden creatures within 30 feet of you, you get +2 on your check. And the nimble dodge.
Does a barbarian feat count as a general feat?
I am going to get back to you on that. Alright, so Nimble Dodge is not in fact a skill feat. It is in fact a class feat.
I found it by looking at it. It's listed under Rogue and Swashbuckler.
Mm-hmm. Which are both classes. Is a reaction. The triggering ability is somebody attacks you and you can see them. And it requires you to... You are not encumbered. Frequency.
Bob,
you get 1 reaction turn, so...
There's actually a list of actual general feats if you go in character creation. So I don't think barbarian feats count as general feats.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Based upon, and correct me if I'm wrong, because based off of what it's... Yeah.
Alright.
Not to burst your bubble.
I did not know. I could not see.
So, for most classes, you gain a general feat when you reach 3rd level, and every 4 levels thereafter. Every time you gain a general feat, you may select any feat with the general trait whose prerequisites you satisfy. So it has to have the general trait. So it has. So the general feat has to have the general trait. Actually, let's take a look at Raging Intimidation. So, in the Burgundy area, it says Raging Intimidation feat 1, and then you hover over where it says Barbarian. That's where the traits go. You need it to say General there.
Okay, I got him whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Sorry to pull you in the opposite direction again, DM. How many skills did I get to
4.
train
3
in?
plus your intelligence modifier.
Okay. So I get to be trained in them, or just...
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so... Hey, Bob. I would like your human feat first.
Natural skill.
Alright. Just gonna grab that. You gain proficiency in 2 skills.
Oh, fine. So...
but if you would like to go through your general feat first, we can do that as well.
General feat would be battle medicine.
All right. Medicine, feat 1, traits, general, healing, manipulate, skill. All right. Prereq.
And I did take training in medicine, if you remember.
Trained in medicine. I do recall. I was thinking to myself, oh yeah, you guys don't know if you're going to have healer. You need a healer's toolkit in order to use this feat.
Alright.
And yeah, you can. Okay, so
holy shit.
I know
Okay,
that the
never mind.
wounded condition is mostly you, or at least the place where I'm familiar with the wounded condition, is when somebody gets knocked down to 0 hit points but doesn't die. So you can patch people up a little bit better than usual after they don't die.
And I thought as I read it, I could heal quicker when we rest as well.
I haven't read all of Healer's Toolkit or the medicine skill, but it definitely seems like it could meet that. But you also get 2 more skills, so what do you want?
And they have to be new, correct?
They do have to be new.
Let's go nature and stealth.
I was about to make you a legendary in nature. Which would have been funny. Inventory. Once again, to make it easier, I'm just going to give you 150 silver pieces.
Go ahead and make it 145. Well, 100, and give me a healer's toolkit.
But
Alright. When I open up the healer's toolkit, this better be 5 gold or else I'm gonna be real mad.
I'm looking at it right now. Don't look at expanded, because I about shit myself when I saw expanded.
Mm-hmm.
But a base level healer's toolkit's 5 GP, level 0.
Yep. Okay.
I wouldn't dunk on you, man. Come on.
I trust nobody. I started playing my tabletop role-playing games with my Boy Scout troop. Those fuckers were trying to get one over on me every chance they got.
So,
I'm just going to
a,
pop over and do that real quick.
a healing fired covered rage monkey. I like it. Who can cook?
I'm also imagining that you kept the hat.
Hold on, I'm gonna send you a picture. This is it's not what he's gonna look like, but it's kind of the mental image I get.
I remember you saying that you wanted your character to look like you.
Yeah, this is the image I get of what he is actually like. He doesn't necessarily look like this, but
I'm expecting One Piece.
Oh, even better, buddy. We're talking real fucking life here.
All right.
I'll send it to you as well, Cody.
Oh, goody.
Yeah, you definitely kept the hat.
Yes, that is how he
He
sees
earned his
himself.
He showed that to me when we were talking about character creation a while back. That's about perfect.
All right. I feel like we're pretty well done. Cody, Annie, do you guys have any more questions? Because at this point, it's basically just make your choices, and that doesn't have to happen tonight.
I'm just thinking of spells. So we're just doing. So are they? Sorry, I'm just sticking to first rank, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So, once again, there are four different spell lists, and you're casting from the occult spell list. Let me grab psychic again. Details. You are casting based off of your charisma.
Yes.
Oh god, there's so much bullshit.
I know.
You get
3 cantrips and 1
3
first
cantrip.
level.
That is your slot.
I was trying to do as much of the legwork as I could without having to make you panic too much.
Uh-huh.
So, I am taking this cantrip because I think it's going to be really, really funny, especially with Bob around.
Okay, so cantrips work broadly the same. You can cast a cantrip at will any number of times per day. It's automatically heightened to half your level rounded up. Which means that as soon as you guys hit 3rd level, it goes to a level 2 cantrip. All right. Because you're a psychic, you get the ability to improve some of your cantrips. All right, the collection of spells you can cast is called your repertoire. You get 1 first level occult spell of your choice and 3 occult cantrips of your choice.
Okay.
You choose these from common spells on the occult spell list.
Okay.
Or from other occult spells to which you have access, which I think is like, if it calls out psychic, then you can cast it. You can cast any spell in your repertoire by using a slot of the appropriate level. Your conscious mind does some bullshit. You get additional spell repertoire as you level up. Every time you get a spell slot, you add a spell to your spell repertoire of the same level. So at 2nd level, you add another 1st level spell. At 3rd, you add a 2nd level, and so on.
Mm-hmm.
When you add spells, you can choose to add a higher level or a heightened level of the spell. Let me use an example here. Fear is an occult 1st level spell. if we are level 11 and you tell me that you want to cast Fear at 6th level, you have to know the 6th level version of Fear as a separate spell.
Oh, okay. So basically, it's like copying the same spell
Mm-hmm.
at a higher,
Mm-hmm.
I got you.
Your conscious mind, the conscious mind half of your class also adds additional spells to your repertoire as you gain spells.
So I have not only the cult spells, but I can also choose from psychic spells
You also get your conscious mind stuff.
and conscious mind stuff.
Yeah. Your conscious mind gives you additional spells in your repertoire that you cast as cantrips using your focus points. I feel like I need a PhD in Pathfinder to understand this fucking class.
No shit.
Um,
Holy
why the fuck couldn't you have played Wizard like a normal
I
person?
don't know.
I'm not actually mad in the slightest. This is really cool, and you're really leaning into your character's fantasy, and I love it. So yeah, basically you pick one first level spell and off of the occult spell list and 3 cantrips also off of the occult spell list.
Right. I'm gonna start with that then. And then we'll come around to the psychic shit next.
Okay.
Because at this point, just spells, that's something I'm familiar with. I can actually do
Session 0 may go for several sessions.
that.
And I really appreciate that the 3 of you guys came on out here to join me tonight. But I also need to eat dinner. And so I love you.
Dude.
Take care of yourselves. Out there in chat, I love you too. Take care. And play tabletop role-playing games, everybody. This shit is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
All right. We love you. Have a great night.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.